I'm not going to say that I'm the expert. I don't have perfect pitch on Wilhelm's.
Why do Halloween ghosts moan, tremble, and shiver? Because of what's happening under their sheet. Okay, fair enough. Well, it wouldn't be the loose stool if I didn't ask you what you're drinking, buddy.
Well, I've got, we took a long break and we're right back where we started. Well, not really right back where we started, but I had to get what, we started with. And I got my Big Ballard IPA, my 500 calorie 16 ounce beer right here. Such a great deal. $6, 4-pack. Great deal in Alaska. 9% alcohol. Tastes delicious. It's amazing. If you haven't heard me talk about it yet, I recommend you go listen to episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, back at it, and that's what I'm having. What do you have, my friend?
The big reveal.
Oh, the big reveal.
Literally only for you. It's Death's Door.
Oh.
Period of the season, Death's Door white whiskey.
White. I was gonna say, like, it looks like vino, but I could tell by the color of it that it's clearly not. So it's just whiskey. It's basically moonshine. It's whiskey that hasn't been aged in a barrel.
Yes, it's basically moonshine. It's got a cork. Listen, there it is.
Nice, nice cork, dude. Hold on. That was a great payoff for the cork sound. I thought when you pulled that off, it was just gonna but you got a real pop. Like that was. I just need to call attention. If we had the editing availability, I would cut that up and I would replay how good that pop was. Like sing pop, pop, pop. That's good. Oh, that's good shit. Okay.
This is an ASMR podcast. This is alcoholic ASMR.
Do that throughout the show if you can. Just every once in a while, pop the cork off because that is great stuff.
I actually, this was not a good deal, like your Big Ballard. This was $30 for a 750 milliliter.
And they don't even age it in oak.
Well, presumably not. It's made
Hold on. Dude, it's a grift. Did Donald Trump fucking devise this whiskey? So they're like, we're going to call it a white whiskey. But actually what we're doing is taking 3 years and oak barrels out of the process. We're just going to give you the shit, just the mash. We're just going to give you the fucking distilled mash.
No, it's I'm reading it now. It's actually distilled and bottled by Death's Door Distillery in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, but it's not aged. It's not casked. They're just.
Could be. I've had.
What I'm saying is that should have cost you. It should have cost you $10.
Hold on. It might be good. I haven't tried it yet. Let me taste it. Whew. Okay. That's worth $30. That's good. I'm serious. That's really good.
I don't know if there's any way to prove that you're right, and I'm not saying that you're wrong, but what I'm saying is that
I drank a lot of whiskey, my friend. That's good.
You think Old Thompson. That's not my point.
Fuck you, Old Thompson. I haven't drank that in years.
Okay, early time. But anyways.
That's my cheap ass when I don't care and I'm broke. Yes, early time.
Quit getting offensive and just hear out my point here for a second. Okay,
fine.
My only point is that they took a process of making whiskey out. The reason why whiskey has color, that the reason whiskey has color is because it's aged in barrels, right? Yes. You do know that.
Yeah.
So what these people did was they took out time. They took out a process of what it actually means to make a whiskey. And they said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to call it white whiskey and we're going to charge more money for it, even though we're doing less work. I don't care if it's good or not. Good on them if it's tasty. That's fine. But what I'm just saying is it's simply funny that they're saying white whiskey. No, it's moonshine. it's okay. Do it again. But that is nice. Now that is worth $30.
There you go. See? Oh, shit.
I'm still calling bullshit. Like I believe you, it's good. I'm not saying it's not worth it, but I'm calling bullshit on their fucking like cutting corners and trying to make it artisanal fucking whiskey. Oh, this is white whiskey. You mean it's unfinished whiskey? Get out of here. Get out of here with this shit. I'm just trying to call it what it is. I'm just trying to call it what it is, man. I'm sorry.
What is the safest way to pay for stuff when buying from creatures on the dark web? Always use cryptocurrency. You ever experience anything spooky?
You know, I really have. I'd say I have three very good stories that could be shared on this Halloween special that we're doing.
I'm excited to hear yours because you've heard some of mine, so like I'm excited. Like I'll certainly tell mine, but I'm excited to hear yours.
Well, now here's the thing: is based on the one that I want to select. I actually want you, because this is a much more special holiday to you than it is to me. So what I would prefer, if I may, is I would like to hear your story so that perhaps I can build upon, because I have some extraterrestrial shit, I have some ghost shit, I have some just very human sort of awful things type of shit, right? So like I can take this in a lot of different ways, but we got a whole episode ahead of us, and I know this one's very important to you, and I just want to keep us on the level in the right way. So I want you to start off with your story, is what I'm saying.
Right on. Yeah, I have three as well, personal stories. First of which, like, I'm not gonna include Dick Ghost in this. Like anyone who's been listening to this podcast for any length of time has heard me talk about Dick Ghost. That's my personal little apartment haunting that I have here. May or not be real. I don't know. But I have
for some reason every morning you wake up, your butt really hurts.
No, I got a dude who apparently. Okay, I will give a brief summary. Apparently, an old drunkard died in my apartment about 10 years ago, and I constantly have shit go missing, and almost every night, sometimes it'll be like a week where I don't hear it, and I actually get worried, strangely enough. But most nights, I hear somebody stomping up my front porch, and there's never anyone there. And I'm 100% serious. This happens most nights, sometimes several times a night. Apparently, this old dude broke his ankle walking up the stairs into this place, crawled himself inside, and died of sepsis. And I do legitimately hear somebody step like heavily up my front stairs just about every night, and no one's ever there. So that is Dick Ghost. My other ghost story, and it's a bit of a stretch, like it's a widely known sort of phenomenon. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, I got taken to the UP, and I saw the Paulding Light. So what the Paulding Light is, apparently, the story goes in the late 1800s, there was a signal man for the railroad, and he was like basically what their job was to connect or disconnect train cars to the train, and they had a lantern that had a nozzle on it that would change the flame from regular, yellow to red. And it would be yellow most of the time, and they would change it to red when the cars were either that was the signal if they were connected or disconnected. And apparently this train car guy, the signal wasn't seen, or he gave the wrong signal, or something happened where he was crushed between two train cars. And ever since then, you can go to this spot in the UP. It's just above Eagle River in Wisconsin, where it's this long stretch of very old railroad tracks, where if you go to there's like an actual viewing site. Every night there is this light that travels up and down for miles, up and down these old railroad tracks, that tends to change between yellow and red as it goes, and it'll go like for a few hours every night. People have tried to say that it's just a reflection, like a refraction rather, of headlights from the nearby highway coming through the woods, but it really doesn't make sense that those lights would change color and also move up and down this specific, like exactly where the railroad tracks are, like for a few hours, and then just stop around midnight.
So what's the I guess this is probably an obvious question, but like, so the idea is that like this is like a ghost train, right? Like that's like
it's the ghost of a man who worked on the railroad.
Wow.
And like I can vouch that I mean a common recurring phrase when it comes to like anyone who sees anything so-called supernatural is like, I know what I saw. Like those weren't headlights. That was a single light. It was a single, like, it looked like it was like a flickering flame light that would change from like yellow to red and move up and down these old railroad tracks for like a stretch of 3 miles through the woods.
That's actually kind of what I more want to get into, because as the way the story was told, I kind of was actually just picturing it as like as a tale of like, and not to say I didn't get that you were there and you'd witnessed it, but I was hearing it more as a broader tale of like something that people pass along. So I want to hear more specifically about you on that night, like watching it, like what you felt, what you experienced, like not what the broader idea, but really more specifically, exactly like what happened to you as you watched that.
That is exactly like, I can't say I felt anything. Like this was when I was like maybe 9 or 10 years old. So I don't exactly remember what I was feeling at the time, but it was a bizarre thing to behold. It was like, it looked like a flame lantern light just moving up and down these very overgrown old railroad tracks that traveled through the woods. And after a couple hours, it just stopped.
Wow. And one other question, I'm sorry if I missed this, but like, are those, you said overgrown, so like this isn't a rail line that's even used anymore?
Not at all an active rail line, no.
Wow. Yeah, that's some fucking spooky shit.
Why do cemeteries always have walls and fences? Because people are always dying to get in.
So that leads me to the what I believe to be like an alien encounter that I had, where I had seen some light